Hi, I'm Tannan.
And I'm Graham. We are Crystal Street Comics, and we're here to do our yearly top 5 comic strips for 2014. 3 years running now.
Which is impressive work, since we are mostly lazy.
We are really lazy, and this year I think our lazy was a lot more so than usual. So at the end of this video, after we do the top 5 strips, we are announcing a new feature for Crystal Street Comics, so make sure you stick around all the way to the end. It's like a Marvel movie, only not as exciting.
Yeah. Alright, so number 5. These are in descending order. Number 5 is called Not Built for Men.
This is one of those strips that comes from real life, which sometimes we actually get a few of those mixed in throughout the year. And this one had to do with me having to borrow Suzanne's car, which is a tiny freaking car.
And actually, what I liked about the strip, I threw it in there because I did like the art in it, even though it's very simple. But what I liked is the story where she is letting Graham borrow her car. She's being a nice person and doing this favor. By the time he gets done with the day, he is so pissed off at the car that I just like to assume that the third panel is when he is giving the car back to her, and she has no idea what has happened throughout the day.
On top of the car also being very small, it is annoying with its seatbelt beeper. And that's what the second panel with all the beep, 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 beeps is. I mean, it will start yelling at you the second you pull out of the driveway without your seatbelt on. So it's an annoying fucking car, and it deserved every bit of flame that it got, quite frankly. So, yeah, so that's the number 5, and I think that's a good entry for number 5. For number 4, I picked this one, and it is because dialogue-wise, it was maybe my favorite of the year. So this one is called The New Fad, and me and Tannan are pitching a new product, a new exercise regime that we called Fucked Into Abs. Because, well, every woman needs fucked into abs, right?
This one was just a lot of fun, and generally I really hate the ones that are so dialogue-heavy that I don't know where to put my artwork. But this is one that's like, when I got the dialogue for it, this was written so well. For just, there are so many damn exercise programs that, give it time. If Cinemax was a standard television station, we'd have these already.
Yeah, so, I actually started working out this year, so I got into the whole P90X3, thanks to Tannan here. And so this is just kind of humor that evolved from that, and from maybe a comment that I was given after some night out. Now I'm just going to say, I'm going to end it on that one, because I think that says enough for it.
Alright, this is Have You Heard the Good News, a.k.a. Golf Jesus.
And I love Golf Jesus.
Let's see, because Graham and I, we did not do as much golfing this year as we try to.
No.
And I mean, it's one of those things. Like people will say, just want one good shot, or and Graham prays to Golf Jesus.
I pray to golf. I mean, I figure if you're going to praise somebody when you're on the golf course, you praise Golf Jesus. And this just came out of a conversation that one time we went out this year. We were just kind of on the back nine, and suddenly we started talking about Golf Jesus and the goodness that is Golf Jesus. And so when I came home, that seemed like a natural thing to do for the strip, and the depiction of Golf Jesus is just brilliant.
It's like, I'm not entirely sure if you gave me the description, or if I was just trying to figure out what Golf Jesus might look like.
I told you to just draw Golf Jesus.
But I figured he had to be Scottish.
And so, this is just one of those ones that I look at the third panel and I laugh every single time, because Golf Jesus is every bit as perfect as I imagined Golf Jesus to be. Alright, so we're going to move on to the number 2 strip, which is called I Cant Quit You.
It's another one based off of real-life events.
Real-life events, and it is one of my favorite drawings of myself that Tannan has done. So the whole premise is, I went back to World of Warcraft real heavy this year when Warlords of Draenor dropped, And I've never really been able to quit World of Warcraft. I've tried several times, and it doesn't work out. And it's just something I keep saying, I'm not going back, and I do every single time. So it just felt right to do this Brokeback Mountain parody, and it is every bit as brilliant as I thought it would look.
I had fun with this one just because it was simple, and it's one of those that's funny without having to work too hard at it. That's what.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's simple and still funny.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's another one where the third panel is just the one that I look at it and I will crack up every single time. So that brings us quite quickly this year to our number 1 strip,
which is entitled Oberon, motherfucker.
Oh wait, hold on. Spoiler alerts. Game of Thrones. If you're watching it and you're not current, shut this off now because we're going to talk about what happens to Oberon.
Yeah.
Are you gone? Did you turn it off?
Then you've seen it like you should.
Okay. All right. So after the episode where Oberon has the awesome fight scene with the mountain, which was maybe my favorite episode of the year.
Oh, easily. I've been waiting for 2 people that actually know what they're doing to fight each other for the last 3 seasons, and this is the first time we got to see it.
Yeah, and Game of Thrones is a motherfucker, because I've learned I shouldn't love characters from the first season, but I loved Oberon, and I fell in love with him. And they killed him in, I think, the most... It's got to be the most brutal death on the show so far.
If not, then it's up there. I mean, but it's definitely the most visible of the deaths on the show so far.
So the premise being that, after we saw that death, it's like, that's a terrible thing to do to somebody. Tannen's got to do that to somebody.
And I do like just the innocuousness, if that's should be a word, of just some guy running into me at a bar and me going, pretty much from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
And then I also think that this would be a good education for somebody that wouldn't know what an Oberon is.
Yes, I mean...
If they don't know, you have to show them.
Clearly, they have to be shown. I keep looking at the picture, and it is that third panel with you just full on Oberoning him is just hilarious, because that was so brutal in the show, that screaming as he was going in, and that one frame you got just it captures it so beautifully. So that's our top 5.
That's it. It went by pretty quick.
Yeah, that's considerably quicker than we usually do these videos, but that's okay. That's okay.
At least they're not an hour-long video like the Dark Knight.
Which has views on YouTube, which is hilarious.
It's probably people that clicked on it and then...
I'm hoping they clicked off, because if they watched that full hour, holy shit. Yeah. I know 2 people have told us I think they watched it all the way through, but anyways, if you want to watch it, it'll be on the YouTube page. You can go back and watch it.
Make yourself some popcorn.
enjoy some insights into the world of Christopher Nolan.
It's accidentally an hour long.
That was not supposed to be an hour. But the announcement for what we're going to be doing at Crystal Street this year is we are going to start a weekly video blog. It will originally be posted onto YouTube. I'm going to figure out how to eventually get it as a podcast as well on iTunes. And really what we're going to do is just kind of cover news from the week. We do it in the strips a little bit, but, me and Tannan are comic book guys, movie guys. I'm a video gamer, Tannan games a little bit, so I just think that it'd be fun to give you our opinions on what is upcoming, what has come out, really whatever we want to talk about.
It'll also give some more insight onto possibly that week's comic strips. I mean, we have our main page that we generally will try to put, this is why we wrote a comic strip about this, or if you don't understand this joke, it's probably because you didn't read our default page.
Man.
I mean, that's a big thing. Some of these things really do need explanations.
And, I mean, just as kind of like a little preview, I know the comic we have set up for, well, I guess it'll be going live today, is definitely worth talking about in the Jesse Jackson strip that we're going to have.
Yeah, Al Sharpton.
Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
So, and things like that might get talked about on it. It's really going to be kind of whatever we want to do. we're not going to have a set time. Like, it's not going to be a 20-minute show every week, regardless. Because
hopefully not.
Yeah, because I think if you try and set it to a time, eventually you're just going to okay, we're doing filler. Especially late summer when the movie news is basically died and we run out of things to talk about. You can usually see that in the strips. Because
those are the ones where you just have to make up.
Yeah, that's when the wrestling strips come out. Is because I've got literally nothing else to talk about. So that's what it's going to be about, and we'll be starting that on our next week.
Next week.
Yeah, because it's Monday now. So yeah, we'll start that next Friday. This video will be getting posted probably this upcoming Friday. So it'll be the next Friday after this video goes live. Then we will start the podcast videos. So, once again, I'm Graham. That's Tannan. We're Crystal Street Comics. We hope you enjoy this year, and we hope you look forward to next. Thank you very much.